Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Parkside Cabin Rentals. The holidays will be here before you know it. Then the spectacular winter wonderland that is the Smoky Mountains. Get to ParksideCabinRentals.com today. Find the cabin that is right for you and your crew and lock it in now before they are all sold out. And remember, great deals during the weekdays. So I know everybody wants to get up there on the weekends. If you're not finding the weekend you want, look at those weekdays. They got great rates at Parkside Cabin Rentals. And as always, when you stay with them, free parking in downtown Gatlinburg. All right, let's welcome in the next member of our panel. We still got two more to go. VFL Sterling Hinton is with us. Sterling, thanks for being here.
Got to be it, John P.
Hey, you got a little bit of a voice today. That's
man,
good.
I keep a voice, man. That's what I keep.
All right.
Sterling's never lost his voice.
This is, oh no, we've had him in here before. There's not much to it. Usually it's after Alabama week.
Yeah.
This is the Stole Train segment, but I'm taking over as conductor today. I'll let you take, you're going to get the question first, but I need to throw out just we need to cover so much. I want to do just a blanket question here today. You have a less than accurate quarterback who doesn't seem to process very quickly. You have a receiving core that just fails to get a lot of separation. Some of them, he hits them in the hands and they can't catch it. It's just, the passing game is out of whack right now. You've got teams like Texas A&M in the second half who are going to start selling out to stop your run game, because I know it's coming. If Alabama does that, and I anticipate they will, what do you do if you're Tennessee? I mean, what do you do, Sterling Hinton?
Hey, they stop the run game. We're passing the ball, John.
You're not passing the ball.
We are passing the ball.
No, you're not. You haven't been.
You're not passing it well.
I tell you what.
Hang on a
But
second.
these guys are on scholarship. They are practicing every day. You think
All right.
They're more disappointed than we are. So you think they don't want to put the work in and get better? Absolutely.
Okay, but there's no reason to believe, other than just love and hope, that they'll get it fixed this week. So let's assume they continue to look so-so. What do you do? That's my question. What's your alternate? If the passing game still looks what do you do?
We just said it's selling out for the run. That one time they had a run blitz on against us in Texas A&M game, and they stuffed us. Next play, we got to pass it off to the tight end. Okay. We're not going to just play into what they're not giving us. I mean, come on, man. Stop that. I mean, I get it. We want more out of the game. But bottom line is we're going to do what we got to do to win. And don't forget, we won last night. Let's not forget that.
We've talked about that repeatedly. I've praised the defense.
Absolutely. Love it.
You got mad. That's interesting.
No,
well, let me ask you guys, since you guys, I'm sure you don't believe that the offense is suddenly going to start passing. The point of this exercise is if they stop your pass game like yesterday, what do you do?
You know, the only thing I can think of is, do you go to a part of the game I hate, that horizontal passing game. If they pack in to stop your run and Milton can't throw it down the field and the receivers can't get open, do you throw the little sideways passes and hope you've got so many guys here, we can do something out here? Other than that, maybe get more creative with your running game. Do some things a little bit different.
You saw something. We talked before the show. We didn't see as much of the horizontal passing game yesterday. You think there might be a reason for that?
Brew McCoy not being there, he's the best blocker among the wide receivers, so I think that impacts it. To your question, if I'm Tennessee, one of the answers to try to keep them from loading the box is to play 4 wide outs and spread the field. And if they want to load the box, you better hit some passes because somebody should be open. But the other part of that is I'm going to use D. Williams. Okay. I'm going to do something with him. Speed sweep, reverse, flanker screen, go route. He's been practicing it on offense during the open date. And I think a lot of people are led to believe, including myself, that he's going to get some snaps on offense. He didn't. But I don't know why you would hold it back. Give him some touches. He's dynamic.
Mike, what do you do?
Real quick, so I look at it, and this is Joe Milton's time. Okay, I mean he kind of hasn't done it, but when I see it's his time. We're going to have to go 4 wides, past the hashes, past the numbers, and throw the ball. But we're also going to have him. Okay, we're going to have some design runs for you. If they come in, hand it off, I'm going to bootleg out and I'm going to run. Yep. Okay, and you're going to run physical. So that's what you're going to have to do.
Zone reads that aren't real reads.
That's a zone read. This is a zone read keep.
Yep. Yeah.
Zone read.
Which I think you saw yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
And run like second half Joe Milton. Don't run like first half Joe Milton.
Wow. That is unusual. How he loves that stepping out of bounds in the first half, and then the second half he's lowering that shoulder. It made me wonder if somebody on the sideline might have said, hey, you're twice as big as the defender. Lower your shoulder and go over him. Sterling, here's what I was getting.
Did.
Obviously, you're not going to not throw the ball.
Right.
Obviously, you're going to throw the ball. And I thought it was probably pretty smart yesterday when they threw a couple of deep balls. They didn't complete them, but on one of them you got a PI, so you got 15 yards and a first down. Plus you're pushing them back. So take your shots downfield, obviously. But let's assume they don't get that going. This sounds like a pee-wee football reaction, okay? I sent it to Bob yesterday. It was so bad at one point, I'm like, look, do you just start going into the bag of tricks? Is there a trick play to find? And here's what I'm getting at. You don't see a ton of jet sweeps, a ton of end arounds, reverses, halfback passes. And I'm not saying that's your whole offense, clearly. But look at Steve Spurrier.
A couple of times a game.
That's a guy who, Josh McDaniels used to do it with the Patriots. There is a way to occasionally drop in something that's unusual when everything else isn't working. Do you think they have that kind of stuff in the repertoire? Because we don't see a lot of it in this offense.
It's in the bag. That stuff's in the bag. They haven't pulled it out yet, but they got some things in the bag that got some really exciting trick plays that, they let those loose. They can have defenses thinking, wow, we got to think about this, that, and that. And they might go back to this, and that might be open.
Well, they were in one yesterday where they throw it and it deflects off Thornton to another receiver.
Yeah, the old ricochet pass. They ran that.
You can't guard that.
They ran an option play that I hadn't seen.
That
was an interesting
That
play
was the
with
Milton run
Milton
to the
design,
outside.
that was a Milton design key.
Yes, more of that.
Well, did they not
Yes.
run that last year with Hendon Hooker, though?
Yes. I'm talking
And
about
that's the
this year.
reason I
haven't seen
thought
it
you would
this
have
year.
seen would have seen some more of that.
Yeah. And I
that's
think
the
you will.
kind-
You
yeah,
will see
it
that.
doesn't have to be the Statue of Liberty. Just
Yeah.
a little something different. Just a little, just to stop being so vanilla. If you don't have anything, is there a way to doctor up something like that a couple times a game?
I'd be interested.
Anyway, all right. When we come back, is this a gritty 5-1 team that finds a way to win? Or is this a flawed 5-1 team? Hold on, Sterling, don't hit me. Or is this a flawed 5-1 team that's headed for disaster? We'll discuss that next on the Sports Source with Sterling. So I got to put my boxing gloves on.